Hey, it's Dorleen and welcome to my creative life. I am creating a really fun card. Not only is it fun fold, but it's also got some sort of surprise and I'll show you later. So I stamped this image that I bought, the whole stamp set from Pink and Maine, and I'm going to color it in. Now, I am not someone who you want to learn how to color from because I'm just kind of winging it, but I do have some alcohol markers and I do like the shading, going from light to dark is usually how I do it. I love using the markers that have the light, medium, and dark all on one pen, which is what I'm doing now for the flesh, and I'll do it later for when I'm doing the purple in her scarf and also her outfit. But that just makes it so much easier. There's no color guessing. It's making sure you have the right color pens, things like that. Now, I didn't have that for the black, or I should say grays, which I'm doing now. Now, I've always told myself I'm not taking a class to do alcohol marking or Copic. Coloring classes. I've seen a lot of those when I've gone to expos and things. But as I was trying to give her, because I want her to have black hair, and so I started off with the lighter gray and just kind of kept going up in darkness. As you could see over on that right, I did a little swatch of the colors. I think I might need to take a class, especially when it comes to hair, because I didn't want to just use black, excuse me, even though I wanted her to have black hair, because I think it just would have looked like a big blob of black. I didn't know what I was doing, and I'll show you later. I ended up kind of doing a different technique to make it stand out a little bit. I mean, it looks okay, but it definitely isn't my favorite, but that's okay, like I said. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the purples. I did try to do a little bit more, variance of color, because I didn't want to do the exact same shading for the entire thing. So there's some parts where I only used the medium and dark, where others I used, I used the lighter to start with, and you'll see that as I'm going along. But like I mentioned, you're probably not going to learn a lot of coloring techniques through me, so that's why I did these really, really quick. But I did just want to show you the process of making this card. Now, I had some gold sections, and at first I used that really bright yellow, and then I decided that it needed to be really more metallic gold. So I did have a glitter marker that was gold, and I just covered all, like the bracelets, the earrings, and then there's little like discs, like little dangly discs throughout her outfit. So that's a lot of fun. There's the gold glitter marker, and it's really a bright metallic gold, glitter gold, I should say. I do have two of them, and it's weird because they're two different kind of golds, but if you color or have gold pens, you know, just like anything, there's lots of different shades of purple, lots of different shades of blue, just all that kind of thing. So anyhow, I'm just kind of finishing her off there, and I'm loving the way she looks. Now, if you like this video so far, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. You can also hit that subscribe button. I do post 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking, and the other is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center. Now, it is World Card Making Day. Today's October 5th. And I always try to make a few cards, if not more than a few, at least one, right? But so this is my card for World Card Making Day. I hope you do enjoy it. Now, this is also going to be a fun fold card. So once I get done coloring in all these images, I'm doing some highlights with the white pen. Now, this is what I was talking about. I end up putting like just kind of random dots, white dots within the hair, and I think it just kind of gives it like a little magical look. And I don't know if that really makes much of a difference, but it does to me. So with the magic of film, I'm going to snip my scissors, and look at that. They're all cut out and perfectly fussy cut, and I didn't have to do any of the work, right? So part of the stamp set is, you see the crystal ball, and it's going to give a fortune. So I'm going to use one of the sentiments in this stamp set. So on the banner, there's a couple of different ones. And so with the one I'm going to use here, it's called Your Day Will Bring. And then within the crystal ball, I'm going to decide the fortune. And I'm going to make this a birthday card, so I'm going to use birthday wishes. Now, what makes this a really fun card is once I stamp the birthday wishes sentiment in the middle of the crystal ball, I have and I've had these for quite a few years. I don't know why I haven't used them, but I know you've heard me say this before, that I have items and then I finally decide to use them and then I kick myself because I never did it before. But these are scratchers. So you cover the stamped image. I decided to use this really fun, I don't even know what it's called, glittery one, because it's, a crystal ball. But the recipient will be able to just scratch it off and reveal the sentiment. I think that's so fun. So what I will do is I will stamp the sentiment on a Post-it note and then put that on the back of the card, because I'm either going to, before I send it out, so I'm either going to forget that that's a birthday wishes, or if somebody decides to buy this, they'll know that as well. So I mentioned earlier that this is also a fun fold card. So I'm taking a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of cardstock, and I'm scoring at 2, 3 1/8, 5 3/8, and 6 1/2. I'll have all the dimensions on my blog, and I'll have a link to my blog in the information box, as well as any other information you'll need, like Pink and Maine website, also where I bought the scratch circles, which were from Pear Blossom Press. I bought those at an expo, like I mentioned earlier, years ago. Those two side pieces of pattern paper are cut at 1 3/4 by 5 1/4, and this white piece, and there'll be a second one for the back, is 2 by 5 1/4. So the one in the back is where you'll put your greeting or whatever you want to put, your well wishes to the recipient. And then, of course, the one in the front is to just add another element of your card. So I just chose white because it just worked out. And now I'm just deciding, where do I want to put everything? I think it's pretty simple that I'm going to put the banner that says your day will bring up on top, the 3 stars up on top. Now, as an afterthought, I could have just stamped the stars directly on this white paper. Would have definitely been a less messy, gluey mess. But, it worked out fine because I had already fussy cut them, or I'm sorry, the magic of film, right? Fussy cut them. And I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and use them that way because that's how I had already stamped it. And then I'm going to use some foam adhesive or foam dimensional adhesive to place the banner up on that middle portion. You saw that I was going to adhere it straight on, and then I thought, nope, I'm going to put it up. I thought about putting the gypsy up a little bit with these foam dots, but I changed my mind. I thought, no, it's going to work out better to have a little bit of dimension, a little bit of altering or change between, some of them up, some of them flat down. The stars are, on a second piece of cardstock. So it's all a little bit different in the dimension of the card, which I love. So before I glue the gypsy down, I kind of think to myself, well, she needs like a base or something, because it just looked like plain white. Now, again, if you would have used, or if I would have used a different color or a pattern paper or something, I may not have had to do this, but I just grabbed that Copic, or not Copic, I don't have Copic markers, that alcohol marker, and just that really light gray, and just did a little swatch of color right there. I think it just adds a little bit, and it's so funny how the littlest things make the biggest difference, and I felt like that was one of those things. So I just put the adhesive in the middle of the image. I kept the edges clean of adhesive, even though I probably could have put a little bit further out, but it worked out fine. And then I did the same thing with the on the edges of where the pattern paper was. I cut out all those other little just kind of coordinating images, and I just did that little swash of alcohol marker, and then again just some glue, and just glued them down, the candlestick on one side and the pendant on the other, and also stars on both sides. So this star pattern paper, I had a really difficult time finding what pattern paper I wanted to use, because this is a birthday card, and also, I don't have a lot of purple, and even the purple I had, it was a weird shade. So it was just a little like, but I found this star paper, and it just looks so perfect. And the funny thing is there is no purple on any of those stars, but it still looks good. I love the way it looked. The fun thing too with the stamp set is they have a little word that says scratch to reveal. So the recipient will know to scratch that little circle, so they'll get that birthday wish. But isn't this such a fun card? Like I mentioned before, if you like this card, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do post 2 videos. One is scrapbooking, and one is whatever it is I'm creating in the Command Center, which is the name of my blog and also my craft room. I'll have the information down, or the more details down in the information box as far as the links to the companies where I bought the items and also my blog. But again, I do hope you decide to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And this is such a fun card because it does have two elements, the pop out and also that whole scratch and reveal. Isn't that so fun? I just absolutely love this. And just adding a little bit of glitter here and there, or glitter marker, just not a whole lot, but just enough to give it some sparkle, because why not? And I just love this. I just can't wait to make a few more. But happy World Card Making Day. I hope you're making at least one card. And if it's not this fun fold card, or, maybe even a scratch off card, just, please share. I do have an Instagram account, and I'll have that information in the box as well. So thank you again for watching. Bye.